I don't know what's with this damn thing. All right, let's get on this. Good morning, Justin. Getting a little start here. See, we got a skip coming in. Let's see what we can get. I heard Amsterdam earlier. All right, I'll be here. Yeah, I'm out on DX Land, CQDX 209 Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Anyway. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX and standing by. CQDX 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by.
Good morning, Southern Phantom 116.
I believe it. It's a little cool here this morning. They'll be gone by the end of the day, guarantee you. Yeah, all the leaves on your trees will be gone, man. Let me see if I can get some skip here. CQDX 209 Central Florida. 209 here at Central Florida, calling CQDX and standing by. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 here in Central Florida, calling CQDX and standing by. I heard a 294 in there, a 294, 209 here in Central Florida. Hello. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 here in Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by. How about that unit 57 UK, that 57 in the UK, 209 Central Florida calling. Yeah, about around DX land, about around that DX land, 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida calling CQDX and standing by. Yeah, is this thing working out there? Hello, radio 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida calling and standing by. Yeah, how about that UK mobile? How about that UK mobile there? 209 Central Florida stateside calling. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida calling CQDX standing by. Yeah, how about that station at Amsterdam? How about that Amsterdam station? Do you copy 209 in the stateside? 209 in Central Florida. Hello. CQDX. How about that station out of Amsterdam? How about that Amsterdam station? 209 here in Central Florida calling and standing by. CQDX 209 Central Florida 209 Central Florida calling and standing by. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida calling CQDX standing by.
How about that Central Florida 087 New Mexico?
Hey, 087 New Mexico. We copy you there loud and clear. 209 here in Central Florida. Go ahead.
Roger. Yeah, we're out here visiting the national park. What part of Florida are you in?
Yeah, I'm here in Palm Bay, Florida, not far from Melbourne or Cocoa Beach, Florida. Roger.
Oh, roger that. Yeah, we have family up north. I thought you might have been near the Panhandle.
Hey, roger that. What park are you at there you're visiting?
This is Carlsbad Caverns area.
Oh, okay, roger that. Well, you're coming in really good there. I don't know what you're using for a radio, but you're sure sounding good over here in the Central Florida. No problem whatsoever.
Roger that. Yeah, we're in the mobile right now. I'm Yaesu FT891 barefoot.
Oh, roger on the Yaesu FT891. Well, it's doing a good job for you, man. It's doing a very good job. I hear you loud and clear and nice signal and no problem whatsoever. I'm just running a little compact little Anytone quad 666. That's what I'm running right now here with a D104 with the stereo antenna. Roger.
Roger that. Yeah, I got a stereo mag mount on the roof, but I moved up from the quad 6 to the 891 because it has a detachable face, but otherwise you got a lot of contacts on my quad 6.
Yeah, Roger that there, Roger that. Yeah, I tell you, I've had this Quad 6 since this past February, my birthday there, and so I bought it for myself just to see if how good are these radios, and we've had it ever since. And I tell you, this is like my little favorite little radio. She gets out really well, and for what it is. And I do definitely have the fan kit on the back of the heatsink too, because it's so small and they get really warm. So she does a good job, Roger.
Oh, Roger that. Yeah, I love mine. I love mine. But yeah, I believe it is the best budget DXer out there. Thanks very much for that.
Yay, Roger that. Yeah, it is a good little DX and radio. I tell you that. I have a lot of fun on this thing, either here or the 10 meter band or whatever. I tell you, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. Hey, well, there's some other guys coming in there. I'm gonna let you get to it. We're on the road out here, but I'm gonna say 7-3 and have a good weekend.
Hey.
North Texas, almost gave a hand call sign. 087 North Texas, 007.
Okay, Roger on that there. Take care. Enjoy your vacation there or your visit there at the park there. And best of 7-3 to you. And pleasure talking to you as well. And we'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully we'll catch you sometime soon in the future, maybe. 209 Central Florida. We'll be waving a hand to you.
Good afternoon, Steph. Good afternoon, sir. You signal 5, radio 4 to 5. There's a lot of Q.
Let's see what you say, Justin. I'm sorry. Wow, that's crazy. I haven't heard that us down there, up there. Wow. Puerto Rico, I hear a lot of them guys here. Oh yeah, we're rocking a lot. We're rocking like crazy here. There's some what's the word I'm looking for? There's other countries in here. I can hear them.
007, Mr. Kevin, James Bond from across the pond. God bless you, Steph.
Yeah, how about that 007? That 007, that Mr. James Bond there. I've heard you in there many times. How about it 007, 209 Central Florida waving. How about it 007, 007, 209 here in Central Florida waving. Hey, Roger on that. I'm glad you hear me there, 007. We're waving back to you. I heard you in there. I know I've talked to you many times. I like that call there. Cool call. But you got Operator J here, Julia Alpha Yankee here in Central Florida in the Southeast Coast. Roger. Well, 007, I guess I must have lost you there. The band conditions are shifting around like crazy. Well, I heard you got a copy on the UK station as well. It goes good with the call. We'll catch you later. Best of 7-3 007 209 here in Central Florida, waving a hand. It's crazy. You hear a station in there and they come in and they just go right out real quick. It's amazing. Shut my door. Yeah, how about that Unit 204? I heard somebody calling me. Unit 204, 209 Central Florida call. Okay, Roger. I got a light copy on you. I don't know if you got a beam or an extra little juice there. I'm not sure where you're coming from there or where you're calling, but I definitely hear you in there, Roger. Yeah, I know. I I just lost you. I heard somebody call me. I heard you calling me, sir. I heard somebody calling 209 here. I heard somebody calling me, but there's somebody else out there covering you up. Their conditions are kind of a little finicky today. They're there and they're not there sometimes. But anyways, I'll be on this frequency 209 here in Central Florida. Standing by. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida calling CQDX standing by. Yeah, where's all that DX out there? I heard a lot of DX in there and it came in and as it went out. Hello radio 209 here in Central Florida calling and standing by. That's crazy there, Justin. I don't know what the hell happened. Skip was going really good. Amsterdam was in there, and I mean, a lot of good stations that were in there. Now all of a sudden, they all disappeared. I just gotta wait for the next east or that skip come back at me here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's cool when it comes in, and I just got the UK. He heard me, I heard him, but the conditions are starting to drop right there, and that's when it all started. Having my coffee here. Well, now we got the whistlers in there, of course. You know, that's how it usually goes. I guess I'll start calling here. CQDX 209 here in Central Florida. 209 here in Central Florida calling CQDX and standing by. Hello there, DX land. What happened? Do we have any band conditions or my radio broken? Hello, radio 209 here in Central Florida. 209 Central Florida calling and standing by. How about that triple nickel? How about that triple nickel in Montreal? How about that triple nickel? 209 Central Florida, Colin.
Hey, 209. I think I said 409 before. I finally heard you more clearly that time there, 209. Over.
Hey, Roger on that there. Yeah, you're sounding really good from Montreal down here. Yeah, I've been searching all over the place. I hear DX is in there, but it's either going in or going out. But I heard you in there. I just turned from 36 to 37. That's where I was. And I had the UK in there for like a few seconds, and then they just disappeared. So that's how the bands are today, Roger.
Nice. We're talking to the UK about an hour ago, and then Scotland also. But right now they're like fading in and out there. So conditions are changing, but hey.
Yeah, Roger on that, my friend. Yeah, you got Operator Jay here, by the way. I don't know if we talked to each other before. You got Jay here out of Central Florida and southeast coast of Florida. Yeah, the bands have been really weird this morning. Usually, they pick up pretty good. Usually, let's see, what time is it now here for my time? It is 9:28 right now, so maybe another hour, maybe. It might pick up. I'm not sure, but usually the skip is really where when it runs, and when it goes, then it goes way down. Roger. you got operator J here, Julia Alpha Yankee here. I'm running a quad 666 Pro. We're running the D104 with a serial antenna.
Yeah, we've talked before there. Yeah, I just set up, I got a quad N5 antenna on the radio, and I just set up a dipole antenna there, polarized horizontally there, between myself there, so I'm going to have that for the winter there. Yeah, I know you coming in from Tennessee there, you made
Okay, yeah, Roger that. I did talk to you before. I remember you saying you were running a dipole antenna for your radio. It's working really good, man. From Montreal to here, no problem. No problem whatsoever. It sounded good, though. That's doing a good job. Good, very good job. Yeah, what was that again? Yeah, I gotta change my mode here, and then just hit the 6, and the 00 there. Let me give it a try. Hang on, stand by. Let's see, CQ 209 Central Florida. Hello about that Montreal station. Did you make it to 3600?
Hey, 209, I'm there, buddy. Much more quieter here, buddy.
Oh, yeah, it's very, very, very noisy there today. Usually I hang out on channel 36. That's I call it the normie channel, which all the good people are on there. That's probably where we talked before. Yeah, it's been very really sporadic this morning. I've heard Europe in there. I've heard all kinds, Amsterdam, and I got UK a little bit, but I lost them because through all that noise, the QRM. You know what I mean?
Hey, gotcha. Yeah, like I said earlier this morning, I was on the radio starting around 7 o'clock, and I was talking to Europe. It was coming pretty well, but right now it's still fading out there. So, but still, it's the states that are coming in for me right now. Over.
Yeah, Roger that there. Yeah, well, it's yeah, I just turned it on about maybe I don't know, 10-20 minutes ago or so. And as soon as I turned it on, all these other stations from all the other different countries are coming in overseas, the UK, Montreal, not Montreal, it's you, not Montreal. Well, UK, Amsterdam, and all those areas are coming in. And then, of course, I get on here and I can't get nothing. So it's just the band conditions are just finicky this morning. Roger, over here.
I got you, man. Gotcha. Yeah, well, it's Thursdays like that. It was about 3 days ago, I think it was. I was just started on the channel, so it was just nothing the whole day. I could barely hear. It's just at the static level of the signal, I could hear some voices, but I couldn't make it out. It was just nothing. It was just dark. It happened. Over.
Yeah, Roger that there. Now, I don't know. Yeah, it was just crazy. When I turned it on, I was just moseying around there on the radio, and I says, "Dang, it sounds really good out there. I guess I'll give it a try and turn my fan on the back of my radio here, so this won't get hot when I transmit on this thing." I was down and out for a few days, 2-3 days. I hasn't been on the air. Just been sick, and I just had an operation, and I'm feeling a little spunky today here. So I figured I get on the airwaves and see who the heck I could talk to. No, they see that's the thing I don't understand. I don't understand, man. When you buy these radios, they never tell you. Oh, they came out with it. But when I got this radio, I remember when I went to go behind the radio to get something or I had to realign the radios. I have my radios stacked up, nice and neat. Um, I went behind there. I think it was I had to hook up a speaker or something on this thing. I can't remember what. But boy, I tell you what, I got burned on that heat sink. I says, "Damn, I got to do something about that." So I put a for now. Well, not at the time, but I put a little small box fan behind there, one of those brushless brushless DC fans back there. And I went online to see if they had a kit for this. They do have a fan kit, so I went ahead and got it. And so it keeps this radio really cool. I keep it on high at all times, and it keeps it cool. And I could talk as long as I need. And because I remember the last time when this thing gets warm, you know it. You will know it.
I guess we're running it hot because my quad 5 N2 here, it just gets warmish in the back. It never gets hot. It's got this huge heat sink in the back, But I touch it. I'm gonna go touch it right now. Move myself here a bit. Yeah, it's just warmish. It's warmish, this thing. It's punching out 60 watts at peak max there. Over.
Hey, Roger that there. Roger that there. Yeah, this thing here peaks about 100, does 100 right out of the box, and I go right into it. Hello, 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 and it goes almost swings about 120. That's hard to believe. I didn't believe it. When I first seen these out there, a lot of guys in England, they love these things, and of course here in the States. And I put every ding meter I own in this house, and they'll do 100 and it will swing up to 120. That's hard to believe. No wonder why these radios need a fan. These things run pretty darn, pretty tough for a little radio like this.
Anyways, once you get near 100 watts there, it gets almost useless to go higher because you want to get like one S unit, you need like 10 times the power. So it's like let's try to work with what we have and maybe just get a better antenna. With 50 watts, I'm doing I can talk pretty much to the south of the States. I can talk to Europe. I've talked to out west here in Canada. It's more iffy, but it works, But still, I'm just running 60 watts, and it does the job. Some people go around the world with 10 watts there. Over.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, I don't have no external amplifiers or any of that nonsense. I just run right out of what the radio puts out. That's it. And I worked the world on this little radio, this quad 666, and let me tell you, you may look at this thing and you look at when I first got it, I laughed at this thing. I says this is the radio everybody talks about. And once I start, I hooked up my pigtail adapter that goes to this microphone, my D104, and I set the settings the way my liking is, very clean. I don't want it too loud, overpowering sounding. And I put a pair of headphones on a monitor, and I adjusted everything the way I wanted it. Sounded clean, clear. And the next I just gave some shout outs out on the radio. And next everybody's like, "Man, what are you running? That thing sounds great," And that's what kept me going. I says, "You got to be kidding! I'm running the Quad 666 or Quad Pro, and those are good radios, And next you knew it, like 5 or 6 more contacts I did in a row, and then the next you know it, the old, the liking of the radio it was starting to grow on me there, Roger.
I hear you. No, they're very good radios. I think this is one of the...
Hey, Twisted, good morning.
Like I said, I'm running the model just below the one you have there, and I think it's one of the best radios I've ever had. How's the audio on this? I got the stock mic, so how am I doing on the audio there?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I got a friend there. Hey, good morning to you there, Twisted. I just saw your message there. Yeah, it sounds good. Now, that's the stock microphone, or is that the Is that one of them 575 M6s?
Yeah, it's the stock mic there. I put a stock microphone. I'm running a bit of echo there. I don't know if it's audible, but I'm running a bit of echo. And all I did to modify the mic was I drilled out the hole in front because it was really small. So I just drilled it out, and I seem to peak better there on the wattage meter there. Over.
Oh yeah, no, it sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, that's usually the option that people do because sometimes those microphones, just like with the 2 meter 440 HTs, I remember back in the early 2000s there, they had that Yaesu handheld. I didn't like it. It was it was small. It was I think it was dual band. I can't remember. It was the 7 something. I can't remember, but the microphone on them things sucked. Usually you have to take the membrane out of it because it's waterproof, and then there was something in there, and the hole's so dang small, it's like a pinhead. And some people would actually drill out the hole a little bit bigger, or they just take that membrane out of the where the microphone is. And same thing with the microphones that they give you here on the radios. That's too small, and you just drill them out, get more sound out of it. You know, it's just more condensed in the one little microphone. You know what I mean? So yeah, but no, you're sounding excellent, excellent.
Do you think I should add more echo to this thing, or is there enough?
No, I leave it just the way you got it right now, my friend. It sounds perfect.
Because all I want is just have just a bit so that it can be more easily like
Yeah, that's cool, Twisted. Great, man.
Just a little bit of echo,
Cool,
it really
cool,
helps
cool.
out there. So that was my goal there. Over.
You should get back into it. Yeah, Roger that. Roger that there. No, I wouldn't touch a dang thing on that microphone or whatever how you got that thing configured. It's doing a great job. That's all I could say. Don't forget, you're all the way in Montreal. I'm in there in Central Florida, on the coast here, and you're swinging the palm trees, and it's really nice and comfortable down here. I think they're in this morning. I think it was like around I don't know, maybe 60 degrees, if that, maybe a little lower than that. But yeah, it's been nice down here. But yeah, you're swinging the palm trees down here right now. Whenever you're running for power, it's sure doing it. And that dipole's working very well for you.
Well, it's nice and quiet, the dipole there. I just need to ground it there. I want to put a lightning arrestor on it. I haven't done that yet. So I want to put that.
Oh, I hear you there, Twisted.
Copper rod there near the tower itself there. But we're not really in lightning territory, So I'm not too much in a rush to do that. It's just it might even make my background maybe a bit quieter. But it's especially for safety's sake, and be able to get the static off the antenna. But yeah, I got all the parts to make this antenna from, we got a store here, sell all sorts of stuff there for farming, cars and stuff like that. So I bought some aluminum tubing there, 1 inch in diameter. I made the antenna with that, and I put the ends are adjustable in the sense that I slipped aluminum tubing inside.
That sucks. Try eBay. They got parts up the yin yang sometimes if you're lucky. You type in that board, you might get lucky there, Twisted.
It's all under 2.0 SWR meter there, over.
Yeah, roger that there. I have a friend just told me he wants to get back into the radio. He has a Galaxy I can't see my messages here. He had a Galaxy 66 that he needs the board, the frequency counter board. Oh man, I tell you, I remember I had my first Galaxy had the same problem. The frequency board goes out in them. I think it's usually electrolytic or something that goes in them. Maybe I can give him a tip. He said he had a Galaxy 66 that to find the same problem. Same problem. I ago when I had mine. I think this is the same radio I'm thinking of, but Galaxy are finicky. Their frequency counters usually will go out, or a segment will go out, but mine completely went out. And when you turn it on, you can hear it, and it'll go on, and then sometimes it'll just completely go off. Um, you think that's like a voltage regulator problem, or that could be just an electrolytic capacitor? I think it's more like a power problem. Is it when you think that?
Well, it could be a few things. It's probably a power problem there. Electrolytic capacitors are pretty tough. They'll last.
It was in the 90s when I bought
as long
mine.
as their voltage rating is respected there, they'll last for a heck of a long time there. So it's hard to say. I don't really know those ratings. But why don't we talk to get a 160 over?
Yeah, Roger that. Roger that. He told me he had one back in the 90s. I think that's the one I had. It had the green display. You see, let me see what he says. Let's see, these are floating all through. Oh, it seems like he says it's drifting off frequency. What that is, the frequency counter is malfunctioning, and the numbers will actually start twitching around. I remember I had mine. I had it more than not even a year or two, and I think I traded it off for another radio. I sold it to a friend of mine years ago in the 90s. I think I traded it for an amp or something like that. And I bought another radio. I actually bought a Radio Shack TRC 465, believe it or not. And I had some spare things that I had. So I bought that and an amplifier. And sometimes half the time I didn't even use the amplifier because the skip was really, really crazy in the 90s. And yeah. Yeah, I had one of those. I bought that Galaxy S9 or whatever he was saying there. Let's see, what did he say? It was the old units. Yeah, yeah. I had mine. It did the same thing what his did, and I brought it to a friend of mine that I sold it to. He was a tech, and because I used to live up in New England there in Connecticut there, and I had a friend up there who was. I asked him, "You want to trade something for it or sell it? I'll sell it to you or whatever." He goes, "I'll give you this for it." And I told him, "I got the box, I got this, I got that." So we made the exchange, and that's it. So I bought a Radio Shack radio, and I bought extra money. I bought a cheap little small amplifier back in the day, and then I was living up on a hill. And man, I tell you, I made some good contacts on that thing. Unbelievable.
Hey, I heard most of it. You're fading in and out there, Jay. I must be doing the same there. I'm fading in and out. I don't know. I think conditions are changing there, buddy. How's it on your side there when I'm talking to you?
Oh yeah, your signal went down, but I'm still hearing you there, Roger.
Hey, Roger, on that there. Yeah, I've had my own problem here with QRM locally, where a lot of noise was entering the antenna. So I actually put a balun on top, and then I put some like 10 chokes on the input of the radio, the antenna going into the radio there. I put 10 chokes there, and that brought down easily 1.5 dB on the noise level there. But I'm still working on that. Maybe when I drive a ground rod in the ground, it's going to help me out there. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, you're running a 4-to-1 on-in, and you got get some static discharge. I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God, my allergies. Ever since I've had all these things going on, I had nothing but bad allergies. Because how I got this antenna, I got a ground stake in the ground, and it's onto my panel, so everything is all grounded nice. And I got these serials have a static discharge, static ball on the top. It's like a coronal ball that's on the top of the serial antennas. That's how this one's got. And as for my dipoles, I got the G5 RV and 20 meter inverted B. I use this vertical for the 10 meters. I actually blew a 4-to-1 on the G5 RV one time, and I never put another one back on there. I just run it straight to from the goes to ladder line to your insulator into your coax. That's all I got it set up now. I'm tired with I burn up onions, or maybe it could have been a bad one because I bought it used from somebody, and it was probably not rated for what I was putting into it, so it kind of melted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard a few horror stories there with balance, but I'm running the balun I'm running on the antenna right now. At the antenna is a 121.
Hang on, Twisted. Hold on a
It's
sec.
an insulator basically there, and I know it's rated for like 200 watts or something like that, but I won't be running that. I'm going to stick with my 60 watts there. And next summer I want to make a typical quad antenna there, 2 elements.
Oh man, I would write a report on eBay support, Twisted. I would. That's bullshit. I would never have anybody screw me like that. That sucks. Yeah, Roger. I was just talking to a friend of mine here too. He said he found a guy on eBay, or actually Flea Bay. He spent good money to get that leftover overs or whatever, and he never received that freaking item. Now, see, this is what I tell people: when you go on them that stupid ass, Flea Bay, eBay, Rip eBay, or whatever, I tell you, you got to ask questions all the time, because if you see something that you really need, like a part or something, I don't care what it is, you always ask questions. That covers your butt, because not only it covers your butt, you want to make sure you're getting what you're getting, and then when you get it. I remember I had a part before for Kenwood TS 450S. I bought the main relay board. It was missing a static discharge tube. The guy took it out, and I pointed it out to him. You owe me that discharge tube. Why'd you take it out? Oh, I didn't do it. Yeah, okay, whatever. But anyways, I always ask questions before I even buy it. And if I have a problem with the item, I usually call eBay, or I tell them, I says, look, this thing is not what was supposed to be. It's broke, or it doesn't work at all. It's junk, Half the time they refund you, or, it's not worth even sending out. They just say, we'll just give you a refund or whatever for what you paid in the shipping. That's cool. But if you don't answer any questions or whatever, blah, 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 and then if they give you any help, then you just call eBay support, and they'll have to back you up 100%. It shows that you're talking to these idiots they're selling stuff to you, and it's false advertisement. And here it is. I got a friend here online. He's saying that he got ripped off. So I'm like, Jesus, that'll be the last time. It's happened to me a few times getting ripped, but it'll never happen to me ever again. I get down there. Right on their behind there, and I just tell them the way it is. Look, you just gotta, excuse me, you gotta step up sometimes with these idiots. You gotta watch out what you're buying,
I hear you. I don't buy on eBay. I tend to buy more on Amazon, and we have some local radio shops here that I found a few years ago. There's a big one in Ontario, and there's one here in a small town also that they sell all sorts of antennas, stereo, and everything there. So I got my stuff there mostly, but I even bought this radio on Amazon there, and I got the cable to be able to program it also, so that's working pretty good. And yeah, it's been working flawless for over a year, this radio. I was running a Wilson 1000 on it, and I was doing contacts like in the States and Europe, even in the car there, so pretty happy with what I have right now. I just want to bring down the noise floor. Like, I don't know what your noise floor is, but, you know, when there's no signal, and then, you know, just the background, I'm at about a 4.5 on the S meter there. I'd just like to get it down to a 3, you know. I'm working on that. So what is your background noise where you are?
Mine is about an S3, S4 on the noise floor on this frequency here. I mean, I do get noise. There's a neighbor across. This is going on since last year, a year before. When these people run these stupid e-cars, those stupid junk e-cars are worthless pieces of junk. Now they got this guy that bought this house. Well, it's like a post for my house. They wanted top dollar for this new house that they built, and then somebody sold it and got rid of it. And this guy spent big money on this house and it ain't worth that. These houses that they built here are like popsicle sticks. But anyways, I just found out they have electric car. So they must have their car charged. When they have their car charging, it really interferes with my radios in my house. And it sounds like somebody blowing into a microphone. That's what it sounds like. It's like a steady wave sounding blowing noise. So right then and there, when I saw this was going back last week, I heard this thing go woo. This funk. I know that noise. That stupid electric car sound. It sounds so corny. And yeah, I happen to look up. He's got his lights on. He's got blue lights on the front and the bottom. That's probably that's illegal down here. He'll get pulled over for that. And can't have any blue lights on your car, you know, unless you're at a car show or something. But and I tell you that those things are so stupid and so dumb. You know, and that's the other thing. You know, they only go so far. Then you got to go bring it to a charging station. Here in my local bank, a Bank of America, believe it or not, they have charging stations over there at my bank. Can you believe that crap? I mean, that's just really hilarious. Yeah, Roger, my friend. Yeah, it seems like 1115 and somebody else came down on this frequency there. That's hang on a minute. My buddy says what kind of rig I'm running. I'm running the let's see, what the hell did I say? I'm running the quad Anytone quad 666. That's what I was gonna tell him right there. Yeah, that's the rig. Yeah. For some odd reason, everybody followed us down here. Everybody else is down here, below here. And I think it's starting to go down a little bit. And then there's a station in the UK. They're starting to come in. I don't know if you're hearing me clear, Roger.
When the UK station talks there, his signal buries you there. He's coming in pretty strong there, but he's quiet right now, so I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was 1115 was in there, and I heard him in there, and when he was talking, I heard you and him at the same time. And he was coming in pretty good, kind of mixing in with you, but you were kind of riding over him a little bit. But I heard everything you said. But that 1115 there in the UK was in there. I know, because like I said, I hear him on. I usually hang out on channel 36 all the time, which, as you know, that's probably where I met you from. Even if it 36 gets too packed in there, I go like 37 or 39. You know, just to get away from all that garbage out there. You know. I rarely go on 38 unless there's no Bozo the Clown's on there. I'll go on and shoot skip there. And if there's any clowns in there, I stay off it, and that's the end of it. But right about now, that channel should be a death trap right about now, because early mornings on 38 is pretty darn good, too, as well. A lot of overseas skip. Uh-oh, did I lose you there?
5 is coming in also there. I think I'm losing you there, over.
Yeah, Roger that. Yeah, you went down quite a bit there. I heard you. I heard your thing, everything you said there. Yeah, maybe the band between Florida and Montreal, Canada. There were kind of you probably losing me or something, but I hear you. But maybe the band is starting to shift around again, Roger.
Hey, Roger. Roger. Hey, tell you what, I'm going to go sit on channel 37, and I just got a few things to do here, so I'm going to do that, go have some breakfast, and I'm going to sit on 37, and if conditions are good, let's chat again, buddy.
All right, yeah, no problem. Yeah, 37 or 36. Yeah, because I usually hang out on 36 or 37, but mainly I usually am on channel 36. So I like it. A lot of good people there. If they have that Hogtown Roundup thing, I usually check in once in a while. But after a while, it gets overwhelming. You can't even get DX or anything. But then I'll just hang out on 37. I'm sure they're having that Roundup thing going on now. But all right, man. I'll catch you later. 7-3, man. 209 Operator J here in the southeast coast of Florida. We'll catch you again, man.
Okay, you take care. I'll go, I'm going to flip it over to channel 37, and I'll be quiet because I'm going to go have some breakfast here. You take care, buddy, and we talk soon.
On Southwest England. Southwest England.
All right, roger that there, my friend. Roger that, roger that, roger that there. We got you there. Yeah, 1115 is in there. You cranked up the power or something. We'll catch you again there. I'll meet you up on 37 or 36, whatever. If we bump into each other again, we'll say howdy, howdy there. But anyway, 73 out there to you there. Let me see if I can get a hold of 1115 there. 1115, we hear you here in the U.S. here in Central Florida. 209 Operator J waving a hand. All right, 73, man. Take care.
Oscar November.
Yeah, how about that 1115 in the UK? I heard you out there calling before, but I was talking to somebody else there in Montreal, Canada. 1115 209 here in Central Florida. Operator J, waving a hand.
Okay, Charles. Give you a 9 plus on it. 9 plus radio super 5 there, Rich. 9 prime super 5 there, cheers, Tom.
Man, he interrupts just to talk to somebody else. What the hell?
Oh, yeah, I'm on a floor, but, yeah, Rich. You went up to 30 plus there, cheers, Tom. Yeah, you're 9 plus 30, Rich, is right. No problem at all.
Yeah, how about a 1115 there, 209 Operator J here in Central Florida, calling and standing by. Still talking to somebody.
I'm not doing that much. I am not doing that much. I got the beans requirement. A 990, 100 whiskey shot at the back of the radio there, yourself.
Man, he interrupted me for all this for that. Oh, damn it. The antenna, what you just took down.
4 there, QSL. I just getting a conversion for it, and I'll be putting it out for probably the next 2 or 3 weeks when we get the weather, QSL.
Yeah, these are cast iron, believe it or not.
I'm on
Cast iron.
Yagi, the 4-element Yagi. 4-element Yagi. Like I said, just with 100 whiskers.
CQDX, 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 209, 209er, 209 here in Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by.
Well, I got a good SWR on it, good SWR. SWR is 0 on the beam.
Yeah, Twisted. This is the Anytone Quad 666. I don't know if you heard me the first time. That's what we're running. And it's a real hoot to use this radio. It's fun. But this guy out of England here, he hears me talking to somebody in Montreal, Canada, and then he comes in. Now he's trying to get a hold of him now. Now he's talking to somebody else. This guy from England. CQDX, 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 209, 209, 209, 209, southeast coast of Florida, calling CQDX, standing by.
My frame is 20 feet off. 20 feet off the ground. I'm 450 above sea level, but I got a very good takeoff point. I got valley, right, I look over a valley that runs for about 2-3 miles, so we pick up by the way there, just on. Well, that's it there, that's the main thing, Yeah, we come up about 2:30.
Hello, radio 20920. CQDX, standing by. Hello. He did it to me. He was talking over my conversation. It's my turn to do it. So, hey.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, it's exciting. Everybody seems to be sort of, how can we say, back of the box today. The modulation's not very good. That's when you start it, so...
CQDX, 209 here in Central Florida, 209 Central Florida, calling CQDX, standing by.
209-419 Wisconsin,
Hey, 419 there, Wisconsin, sounding really choice in here and into southeast coast of Florida here. Go ahead.
Out there, so I decided to give you a quick wave. You're sounding good yourself there in Florida.
Hey, Roger that. I appreciate the flowers there. Keep some for yourself there. Man, I tell you, there's a lot of stations out there. I went to another frequency and talked to a gentleman in Montreal, and man, I tell you, then 1115 came in there, and I was in there, and he didn't hear me or something, and I'm like, God dang, I can't hide from everybody, I guess. But we had a good long conversation. He was coming in really well, and he was running a dipole, and he was hanging in there pretty darn good, I tell you that.
Yeah, Roger that. It comes and goes, though. You just never know. I'm on a stock radio, Quad 551 Ontario, Canada. I'm with the maple tree, so it just goes to show
Roger that. Roger that. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, because we took it down. Was it 3600? I think it was, and or no 3600. We went down a little, and next you know it, a couple guys just started calling in there, and when me and my other gentleman there were from Montreal were talking, and the channels just started going crazy. So. But yeah, it's just as noisy here as anywhere else today. The bands are going crazy today. That's a good sign.
Yeah, roger that. Hopefully it continues. I'm sure at some point it's going to drop off, but stuff that was going on there, I wasn't getting a whole lot of anything there. It kind of came and went, but otherwise, we'll let the channel roll here, and it was nice chatting with you. We're taking much. I mean, Jesus, no doubt. All right, we'll put on down. We're going to
All right, man. You take care up that way. Stay warm and healthy and all that. If I don't hear from you, you have yourself a good Thanksgiving there. And maybe we'll talk, because I know dang well I'll be walking around. I got to walk off that. I'm not going to eat I don't eat that much anymore, too much. But if anything, I'll walk around or get on the do the bike thing, or just get a walk around. Get on the old radio, grab the microphone, and see who's out and about. And what's everybody talking about for their wish list, their Christmas gift wish list is going to be. It's usually pretty interesting. I laugh, But all right, man, you catch you later. We'll say 7-3 to you. Have a good one. 209, Operator J here in Central Florida. We're on the side. All right, man. Catch you later. 7-3. I hear 551 in there. From Ontario, Canada. 551 209. Waving a hand.
Good morning, Jay. How you doing? 551.
Oh, doing pretty good this morning. Doing pretty good. I'm actually having a cup of coffee that you guys have up there. They finally have it down here. It's called Tim Hortons coffee. Oh man, do I love Tim Hortons coffee. I had it in a K-cup. I had to make two of them because I got a big mug here. Man, I tell you what, that coffee's better than all the coffees we have here in the States. Believe it or not.
Roger on that. Yeah, I buy a big can of it, freshly ground coffee. Tim Hortons. I drink 2 cups a day. Yeah, we enjoy it for sure. It is good coffee. 115 in the UK, 123 Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, roger that there. You can't beat that Tim Hortons coffee, because especially down here down south. I didn't think I was wishing for the coffee gods there if Tim Hortons would come down here. And sure enough, they have them in the K-cups there down here. And man, I tell you, that's how luck is that. But I used to date a chick up in Michigan there, and they all they had was Tim Hortons up there in Michigan. And I used to love their ice caps. And we have Cumberland Farms down here. They have the same thing, an ice cap, and it's like cappuccino, coffee, and whatever it's in it. Oh man, those things are so good. But Tim Hortons, you can't beat it.
Yeah, roger on that. Yeah, we enjoy it for sure. It's all I drink up here. Yeah, we can get it at Walmart, actually, is where I buy it. But you can buy it right at Tim Hortons. We've got a lot of stores around here in little towns. But yeah, we enjoy it for sure. We're the North Shore of Lake Erie, Canada,
Yeah, hey Roger, Dad. Do you want to go drop it somewhere? It's quite busy. I don't want to tie it up here. Where do you want to go?
I was just gonna holler at you. Down to 35 if you want, or 445.
445?
Okay, we're gonna come back to you again.
Okay, hello, 209 and 27445. Hello, 551. You in there?
Yeah, we're in here, Jay. Pretty easy on this radio to get around this whole Cherokee base I'm on.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Those things are very. I had one of those years ago, and I blew it up. You got to watch them finals on that radio. You always make sure your SWRs are spot on. If they're not, or whatever, I don't know how the heck mine blew up, but it was such a simple rig, and at the same time was kind of corny radio, but they sound pretty good, but the build quality on them Cherokees were really cheesy, but mine just blew finals all the time. So I says, hell with this. So I fixed it up. I, of course, when you replace finals, your driver and your final, you always make sure your idling current is there, and your milliamps on the millis on your idling current, and your just like tube equipment, same thing. You got to check the voltages at the final. If it's right on, you leave it alone, and then set it and put your heatsink compound on there, and your what the heck's that? That clear stuff that goes behind the heatsink and on the final there, the mica in the back, and then you put your glob that heatsink grease on there as much as you can. I usually like to have it just comes right off the sides. You got a good connection with the grease to the chassis, Roger.
Oh yeah, I just touched the bias on this radio. I've adjusted everything else, but the bias got those little jumpers in there, pins. I got to get something that'll go on it so I can test it. I just thought of it now. I can use something I can use. But I didn't get it for much, and did some work to it. And, they are what they are for sure. But we haven't adjusted the bias, so hopefully it's set where it should be. I've been using this thing. I've had it for probably a couple of years now, and used it on and off, and never had any issues with it. But the match is good, so there shouldn't be any issues.
Oh yeah. It sounds good. It sounds really good. I don't know. I may have had a defective one. I don't know. I just didn't like the quality of it. It just felt kind of. I don't know. It felt cheesy to me. I don't know. Then in my luck, I don't know. It just blew up. Keep blowing finals. I don't know why. I must have had a bad one, or I set the voltages right on the finals and everything. It would just eat up. That thing used to eat finals up like crazy. It was a common final. It was only a 12-watt final or so. You maybe get 13 watts out of it. I don't remember. But it was just a common final. I think it's the same final as in the realistic 465s and in the white-faced radios there. I think that's what finals in there. And I know it's not a 1969 because they don't make them anymore. So that radio was in production in the early 2000s. So the IRF 1969s were not even in production. I think they stopped making them in the mid 90s or late before the 2000s it was ended. And I forget the number on them finals on that radio. I can't remember. They're not the greatest finals in the world, but it seems like yours is working good.
Yeah, this is they made 5 different versions of this radio, and this one's called the ProStar 497, so it may have upgraded finals in it. Like I say, I've never had any issue with it getting hot. It does on the main board there where the capacitors, where the audio chip is, and that it gets hot, but the finals, it doesn't. It gets warm, but it doesn't get hot. Could be a different version of finals that they put in this one, but like I say, they made at least 5 different versions of this. It's called a ProStar 497. With it's actually, they call it a HAMRADIO because it goes into the 10 megahertz when you turn
yeah. I remember when I had that thing. Mine was the base station. It was just a Cherokee. Cherokee. I can't remember the model number. Um. Damn, it almost looked like the earlier. I would love to get one of those right now. I had one years ago in the '90s. A friend of mine lent me a radio because mine was in the shop at the time. Back then I was a kid. I didn't really know much. He lent me his Uniden base station. I remember those base stations. It was a Uniden base station. Had the green LCD display. Had a nice front firing speaker on the front. Had upper and lower sideband on there. That was a good radio. And that's what kind of reminds me of that Cherokee base station that I had. And but man, I tell you, I love that radio. It was a nice radio back in the day when I was a kid there. That Uniden base station, not the Washington, none of that. It was just a Uniden base. That's all it was. It had no name or nothing. It was had a green display and had a channel selector, and it had a front firing speaker on it. It had a grill on the front, like a steel grill, if you know what I mean. That was a cool radio. I offered to trade him a radio. He goes, no, I like this thing, and blah 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 blah. And then I find out 2 or 3 months later he gets rid of it. I mean, this was how it was back in the day when I was a kid. That's all I used to do is hoss trade, dickering they call it, I guess, bickering or whatever, hoss trading. We'd be hoss trading equipment like crazy where I used to live up in north there, but after a while, I got tired of it. It says, whatever I have, I'm keeping it, And then next, I'm 6-7 years ago, I've been doing it again. I started doing the hoss trading thing again, and then half the radios, not half, some of the radios I got rid of, I wish I never did, but I'm slowly getting them back. Well, I remember, like I said, in the '90s, I remember I used to hoss trade a lot. And then when somebody sold something, I'd be like, dang, man, I told you that I wanted that dang thing, And he goes, oh, I forgot all about it. Their excuse, But yeah, those were the days.
Yeah, for sure. I do that a lot now. Swap radios out. I just got to use Washington base. First generation, got the 858 chassis in it, PLL in it, and it works pretty good. It's got extra channels in it and such. I was using that before when I was talking to you, but yeah, this is the same as the Cherokee base. If you looked at it, you wouldn't know the difference, but it's just the name on it. Like I say, they made quite a few different versions of it, but it's a nice radio. I like it, but it is what it is. It's a glorified CB radio, but yeah, we did a bit of work to it. Replaced a couple of caps, and the lights went out on it, so I had to run a new ground to it, and something else I had to do. I just forget now. Oh, I made new knobs for it. Some of the knobs were missing when I got it. I paid $50 for it, so I think I did. I think it might have been cheaper than that. It might have been 35. So I took a chance. I don't know. I could end up selling this radio, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to fix it. We'll get something else and do the same thing all over again.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's she's sure working pretty good. I must have had a bad one out of the batch when they made those radios. And ever since I seen them radios for sale, I never even thought twice not getting another one. Or I think I got this from a friend years ago in the '90s, and he's not with us anymore. But not the '90s. It was in the early 2000s. It was from the night. No, wait a minute. Yeah, it was made in 2000, I believe. And he had it for a while. He just wanted to trade something or whatever. I don't remember. I says, how about some cash? I'll give you cash and you can buy whatever, I says, give me a good deal on the thing. I mean, I've seen them radios. I don't think they're the greatest, but I want to try one. and I should have never got the dang thing. And what do I knew it. It's going to be cheesy, and then it kept blowing finals. I kept working on it more than I owned it. But other than that, well, yours sounds really good. I mean, I wouldn't even notice the difference. You know, it's just like with these Anytone Quad 666s, the rig I'm on right now. I thought it was just the biggest hype thing going on. And that's exactly what I did. I says, you know what, I'm going to try one and see what happens. And the results were very positive, and I was really happy with it, this thing. And how I set it up is the way I got it, and since I put it up, never touched the dang thing on it, just left it alone and just programmed it. That was it, pretty much, and set the modulation, and you know the whole deal. But yeah, it's she's been a good radio, that's for sure.
Roger on that. You want to drop down 10 kc, 435. I'm getting QRM here.
Okay.
Yeah, all of those poses, quad 6 pros, they've been tried and true. Anybody that I've got them, they all like them. They have all sounded good. They've all been on frequency. You know, that's what you want, and fairly easy to get around.
Oh yeah. I tell you, when I first got it, I was kind of skeptic about it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if this thing would. I don't know, man. Boy, I tell you what, I was wrong when I got it, and it just blew my mind away. And I actually have a lot of fun using this radio. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's a hoot to use too. It's so small and compact. And I think they make the carry handles for this thing, you know, for, the tactical carrying handles or something they got for these. I could have sworn they did. I don't know, but I don't know if I'm going to ever bring it outside, but maybe, you know, I don't know. But yeah, this is the coolest little radio I've ever used. I mean, she does everything 10 meters through, what was it, 12 or something like that? I can't remember now. And it works. Everything on it works great. I can't complain about it.
Yeah, then if you program them, I think you could do other bands too with it. Yeah, they're very versatile. But the mic jack on that, is it an Ethernet jack or is it a regular plug?
Yeah, it's a regular plug, but it's got a different pin out on it. It's a 6-pin plug. I have a pigtail or an adapter on it. It goes from the Anytone to a 4-pin, which is a Cobra Uniden, and that's how it's set up. And I don't use the mic that came with it. I just used my D104. Yeah, it has the. I had it for a long time. I had it for my Bearcat radio, single sideband. And I took the jumper off that to adapt it, and then I adapted it to this radio. It's the same thing as a Bearcat radio. This radio right here. So who knows? The chassis could be the same, or the wiring is the same as the Uniden SSB. I have no idea, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm using on this Cherokee Lookalike. It's 6-pin Cobra President. It works on all different types of radios, from 6-pin to 4-pin, and that's what I've got hooked up here. So it was working the same. So that's good to know that this President mobile will work.
Yeah. So I bet you 10 out of 1. If I threw this cable up there to you, this microphone on it, and then the other end it has the 4-pin on a radio. Yeah, I just plugged my mic into it, and I bet you this mic pigtail would work on that radio, guarantee. It's the same setup as the Uniden SSB, this radio, and I'm sure it would work on that Cherokee too. I wouldn't doubt it.
Joe, yeah, well, that's good to know. I've got about 3 of them adapters for 4-pin. to, when I got this radio, I wasn't sure if it was what wiring it was, so I got schematics and did my own password and realized that it was a regular President Washington pinout for the unit. And, so I already had two of them, so now I've got three. I guess you can never have enough.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I got that radio sickness. So I got a lot of them here. I even packed away some stuff, because it's I need more room, so I just packed some things in a box, neatly. So I don't know. It's just like little portable radios, little knickknacks kind of thing. I got two boxes over on the side here, and I gotta go just dig out my closet and just see what I need, what I don't need, and just chuck it or whatever. But I forgot to tell you that I had that operation. Everything went fine, and my guts are still sore, but. Yeah, they actually found a polyp in my throat. So I got all the pictures, believe it or not, pictures when they went in there. And that's concerning. And now they want me to go to an ENT now. So I'm like, what the hell, And I got to call these idiots tomorrow, see what the scoop is here. Because I tried calling this past Friday, and they weren't in the office or whatever the heck it is, So I don't know. I have a funny feeling I'm gonna have some headaches here, but I have kind of like a tickly throat. I don't know. It's from when they removed that freaking thing or whatever. To me, it didn't look well. It didn't look good at all. I mean, I saw other stuff, but I never seen anything like that. And that's probably why I couldn't swallow that right, because I thought it was my cancer when I had cancer on the side of my neck and to my back of my neck to my bottom of my jawline. I thought it was from that, but no, it was actually something blocking my throat. And that's what they took out. So, and I'm glad they found that at least. Now they want me to go to an ear, nose, and throat. Now I'm sick and tired of doctors, man. I don't know how much more I can take of this. I'm sick of it,
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it can be tough for sure. But, it may be a good thing that they found this and took it out and maybe can help you out a little bit further. But, you at least get an opinion anyways and then you can decide from there what to do. But, it's good to get this stuff done. They're getting better and better at it and making it easier on the patient. So it's still worth it.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, yeah, because no, I got kind of a scratchy throat. Not scratchy, but kind of and I got a little cough once in a while, from this damn thing. And I want to find out what's going on with this crap. I don't want to hear, oh, there's nothing wrong. You're fine. This crap. These doctors down here don't give a, it's just the healthcare down here sucks. It really sucks. When I used to live in New England, I had better care there than I do here. Believe it or not. I don't know what happened, but it just all went down to the crapshoot. And they tell you this, oh, this is fine, that's fine. And just like when I had cancer, I went to every dang doctor. Oh, it's your sinuses. Oh, it's just a blockage in your sinuses. Oh, no, again. And then I went to a specialist, and then they took a biopsy, and they didn't do it right. And I said, you know what? Screw this crap. I'm done. And then one day, it took one more day. I was in so much pain. I says, that's it. I'm going to have to go and find another ear, nose, and throat doctor. And sure enough, they took a sample, a biopsy right from my, they numb your side of your face and near my ear or whatever. I didn't feel a damn thing. I got a picture of me with a needle stuck in my neck. And, yeah, and they took you could see the cancer cell or the big whatever the hell it is. You could see it on the screen. Where they put the needle in there and they just take a sample out. It looks like a piece of rice, you know. And then I get a phone call. Yeah, you got cancer. Oh yeah. Oh, you better go to the doctors and get it removed. You know, blah 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 blah. And all these sons of guns down here. Every time I hear, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Everything looks fine. Just like with all these freaking blood tests and all that, and they can shove that up where the sun don't shine. I'm just getting aggravated, dude. I'm getting aggravated with these doctors down here. They don't care. You know, they just want your insurance money. And they know what's wrong with you. They want you to keep coming back. And, you know, every time you turn around, you know, come back, come back, come back. You know, just like, they want me to come over there for a follow-up. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to call them up tomorrow and then tell them, you know, this is what's going on. And as for my throat, it's a little tickly, and I get a little cough from it. But my stomach, you know, it's still the same. I'm doing whatever else the same. But you know, I don't know. I'd say more, but I don't want to say any more. There's too much information. But you know, like I said, I'm just about tired of these damn doctors down here, Roger.
Here too, we get that occasionally. Certain doctors just don't seem to care, just snuff it off. They don't want to deal with it or something. I'm not sure, but most of the time, you know, they're pretty good. The only thing I don't like about the hospital is the nurses and that they work 12-hour shifts. And for something like that you're dealing with all them people and such that are coming in and emerge and such, they shouldn't be working 12-hour shifts. You know, it should be 8 hours. It's just too much. They're congested at those hospitals. The one here is it's crazy. They need more people to help out, and the government squeezes them out to the max, where they're all working overtime and 12-hour shifts. It's just too much for them.
Yeah, I hear you there, 551. I know. That's how it was here, man. I went there. Now, this is what really gripes me the most. Okay, I had to have my mom go with me because I'll be still have that anesthesia in me and the silly stuff or whatever they have in your system. And of course, when I was there, I had a headache from hell. I couldn't even see. I couldn't even walk. I mean, it was horrible. And then they said, "Oh, this this stuff we knock you out with, the sedation stuff should help it when you wake up." Oh crap! It got worse. It was worse. You know, and then the funny thing is, I was supposed to be there. All right, I got there for 1:30. I was supposed to be in for 2. Okay, so I had to fill a lot of paperwork, you know, all that before 2:00. I was supposed to be in there. I didn't get out of that piece of crap place until like I don't know, what was it, 6:00 or something like that. I was there from morning to noon to nighttime, actually, or you know, sundown. Man, I tell you what, I was so aggravated. Oh my God, this doctor that worked on me was a complete Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. That's what he looked like. Or the guy from Stroker Ace or Cannonball, the guy that had the ambulance, you know, that crazy doctor with the needle. He looked just like that guy. Oh my God, that guy was a freak. I swear. Oh man. And he had no bedside manners or nothing. Because my mom had to go with me. I couldn't go alone because that's what... because I had to get a ride down there, and he says I can't go along because because you're all messed up, you know, because from all the medicines and all that. And they told me, do you want your mom to come in and explain? Let's explain what's wrong, you know, what's going on. I said, yeah, she wanted to know that anyways. Yeah, bring her in, you know. And doctor comes in, explain. He just don't really give a crap. He says, "Oh, there's nothing this. Oh, here's his pictures of this, that," and and then it's like they brush this off, and then he basically tells my mom like, basically to pee off. You know, I don't really give a crap. You know, kind of attitude. And it's just like no bedside manners, you know. It's just like you don't give a crap. It was near the end of the day. He wanted to go home. He saw, you know, he just wanted to get out. It was the end of the day, so end of his shift. So I don't know. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna hear it tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, he just gave my mother this attitude, like, oh, you know, it's like no big deal kind of thing, you know, blah, 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 blah. I didn't like that. That was total BS, you know. I mean, this is my life we're talking. We're not talking about your Dr. Jekyll, Mr. High life. We're talking about me, the normal man here, you know.
Yeah, that's it. You know, they got to show a little bit of passion and care in that job. You know, it's a person's life you're dealing with, life and death. You've got to do your diligence, you know, do your homework and do it properly. You know, they go to school and learn all that stuff, and it's not easy getting where they are. There's a lot of work involved, and they should respect their, you know, their work. You know, and there's people out there that just are like that, that just don't care. It's a paycheck to them, and they want to get out and enjoy their weekends and not worry about anybody else. But it's that type of job where you gotta care and do your diligence.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. You just nailed it on the head there. But yeah, that's I don't know. This guy was a total idiot. He looked just like the guy from Cannonball Run, the first one. I think it was Cannonball or Stroker Ace. I can't remember. The doctor out of the ambulance was Burt Reynolds. He played his character, and then it was Cannonball Run Part 1. Cannonball, that's right. And they rode in an ambulance. And there was a doctor in that thing. He's a freak. He looked just like that guy in the ambulance with the needle in his hand, and he's like, "Oh, you want some medicine? You want a shot?" You know, that guy there. He looks just like him. This guy here, he had like a rag on his head, kind of type of thing, you know, to hold his hair back. You know. This guy had to been 100 years old. Looks just like the guy. He just gives himself some serum to keep himself, you know, bouncing around. You know. Oh, man, that's what that guy reminded me of. He reminded me of that guy from Cannonball Run Part 1 there. The doctor in the ambulance there. Oh, my God. And I said to myself, he's going to work on me? Oh, my God.
It definitely makes you think, is this guy a quack, or does he actually know what he's doing? Or does he care? You never know. You just wake up and hope to God that everything went well.
You know, that's so funny you said that. That's what I thought too. But I don't think he really gave a crap, man. He gave my mother some bull crap stories and just basically shoved her off. I couldn't understand anything. I mean, everything was all layman's terms, their terms, you know, and they got... I'm looking at these pictures of, you know, everything was been operated on, this and that, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, you know, and then they show my mom that, and I mean, I'm seeing pictures, and I'm like, I don't know, man, these don't look too good, you know, and, oh, this is fine, that's fine, and they're talking, and then my mom was asking questions, you know, I mean, this is serious, it's nothing to snicker about, or just turn your back on, you know, and, you know, and he just brushes her off. It's like, what the hell? I mean, he was lucky I wasn't fully sane, and because my temper is really short. When it comes to AOs like that, he was lucky I didn't turn around and tell him off, you know. But oh man, when my mom told me that, you know, I was, you know, coming back to earth, you know, and I was pretty pissed off there. Excuse my language, but you know, I was pretty ticked off. I mean, that's not how you treat your patients. You know, you got to have bedside manners. You know, my sister's a nurse, and she has a lot of passion in that with that kind of field. And I guess she's going to become an RN. I guess she wants to do now, and she has that. She has that passion, you know. And this guy here, he could have been 100 years old. He's about ready to retire. Who knows? The guy, like I said, he looks like the guy from Cannonball Run Part One. There, the guy from the ambulance. He looks just like him. That's who it was too. I'm like, this guy looks like just like somebody I know or something. And I just thought of it. Cannonball Run Part One. The guy in the ambulance. God. Oh my God, I tell you.
Yeah, my stepdaughter's an RN, a nurse, registered nurse, and she says it's just terrible up here at the hospital. She wants to get out and go to another hospital, but this one here is just, they just work you to death, and they don't care. You know, the attitude in there is just terrible. You know, they don't help each other out. It's just, it's really wild. You know, it scares me. I'm afraid to go to the hospital myself if I have to. But right now everything's good. But eventually I'm going to be in there and dealing with it all.
Yeah, I hear you there. I hear you. Yeah, it's really rough now, man. It's just you can't get your proper treatment. There was a talk show on the shortwave radio last night, and I'm shaking my head. Absolutely, absolutely right. They're talking about the medical care for people that need help and all this stuff, you know. And I'm shaking my head. These doctors nowadays don't give a rat's bleep, bleep, bleep. And they're talking about medical care and it's just horrible, very horrible. I mean, just like if I let that, like I said, I don't want to sound like a recorder. If I didn't go to second chance to do this another biopsy on that cancer I had 4 years ago, I probably would have died because the thing was so bad. It would have just went down through my lymph nodes to my tongue, all the way down my, I don't have any more lymph nodes where that area is. They took them all out. I lost the salivary gland, so I only got one. If it just kept going, it would have spread throughout my whole body. Went down from my throat, head, the neck, throat, all the way down, and probably down to my liver and who knows what, and my brain. Who knows? That stuff is not that cancer there is not to play with. The head and neck cancer is the worst to have. And I gave up. I says, I've had enough of these doctors. I walked out of there mad as a hornet. I called I think I called my mom. I says, look, I'm done. I'm so sick and tired of these doctors, and you can't get results. I come back for the result. Oh, they didn't get the biopsy right. And then I went again. I says, and then I had that, like I told you, I had to go back again because I couldn't take it no more. And they took it out, did it perfectly precise. And then I got the results the next day, and then they found out. And that's when I got the bad news. And then here it is. I'm going through this again, with this other stuff I'm going through. And they say, oh, everything is fine. There's nothing wrong. That's fine. This is fine. Your blood's fine. But there's actually a problem. They just don't want to tell you. I'm tired of that, Roger.
It's weird, that they would do that. Why they wouldn't want to deal with it. I've been pretty good with my doctor. My doctor's new. My other one retired 2 or 3 years ago. I guess maybe 3 years ago. And I got a new doctor, and he seems to be all right. He seems to care and show some respect. I had a little hard time getting, being finally with him, being honest and open and talk to him the first time I met him. I just, I kind of wanted my old doctor back, but I got through it all, and him and I get along really good now, and he's a good doctor. I guess it's just, you get the good with the bad, and I've been lucky with my family doctors that I've got. They've all been good and helped me out when I needed it, desperately needed it. You know, sometimes you've got to really show that you are really hurting and need what you need. And sometimes there's a lot of people that play games and with pain and that, you know, want drugs for it, and that's all they're looking for. But so once we got down to earth and got to know him, it worked out well after.
Yeah, QSL, roger that there. Yeah, I hear you. But I tell you, I don't wish that were my worst enemy. I had, you know, my whole basically my whole face, neck pulled off, basically to pull it back to get into my face, and it was a risky operation. They were very precise about it, and I was under the knife for 8.5 hours in a coma, so in mild coma, and when I was out, it seemed like I was out for 10 minutes, and my mom goes, "No, you were there for 8.5 hours," and she was freaking out, you know. And I remember when I was out for 8.5 hours, it was peaceful. It was nice, you know. It was, and I tell you, it was crazy. It's like I didn't want to get up. I wanted to stay asleep. I didn't want to get out. It was that's how peaceful it was, you know. It happened so fast, but 8 hours went by so quick, you know.
Yeah, you usually get a good sleep and relaxed. If they do it right, yeah. Well, that's good. It worked out, you know. It's scary going through something like that. I would imagine that hopefully that everything works out right, and it sounds like they did the right thing and did what they were supposed to. Well, that's good. You know, it must be. Makes you feel good that they accomplished what they were supposed to.
Yeah, roger that there. Yeah, because ever since I've had that, now I got this nodule that they removed. It's probably because I've had radiation treatment on that side of my face, and I had cancer there, and I wonder if that spot or whatever they call, I can't forget what they call that thing. The spot inside your throat there was probably from that from my past cancer, and then from the treatments, and who knows. I've been gone through all kinds of stuff, even radiation treatments on that side of my face, and it was right on the same side, and I don't know how that got there. I didn't think anything like that would ever happen, but the main focus was my stomach, you know, my lower abdominal area and everything, and they did all they had to do there. Then they found that's more concerning me right now. But I'm calling these sons of guns tomorrow and find out what the hell's going on, because I'm about had enough of this garbage getting played with. I'm getting tired of these damn doctors. They don't give a crap anymore. They just want your damn insurance money. Get in and get the hell out and see you later. And then they kick you with a big giant foot, right? And they just kick you out the door, you know.
Yeah, I could imagine it's hard on you. But yeah, I've had a couple of hernias done, and well, I have the throat done. You know, the tickler at the back of the throat, the anode. I had it cut out for snoring, and I shouldn't have done that. It's well, in a sense, it helped my snoring, but it didn't cure it. I still snore. I did have a CPAP, but I couldn't wear one of them. I ended up taking it off and not using it. But yeah, I've had a few surgeries, and they've all been good. The double hernia. I almost ripped the stitches open on it, but I didn't. I stopped. I was vacuuming and back and forth, and they said that you've got to be careful doing that. And I knew I could feel a little sharp pain, and I stopped. But everything went well. But you know, going through stuff like that, you know, at least they were very honest with me with the cut in the back of the throat. I don't know whether that's worth it or not. I don't even think
had that before, but yeah, nowadays if they when they sew you up, this I do know. I've been in the hospital many times already. This past 4 or 5 years, I've had surgeries, and I've got cuts, this or that, or they rip you open. Even see that what the heck is it? They use these biodegradable stitches now. They don't use, remember the old stitches? Like I remember years ago when I was a kid, I was 13, 14, I was in school, and I got a sliver in my hand from the handrail in school. I had to go to the hospital, and they actually had to cut it out, because if they didn't, they would have nerve damage in my hand. And and then they cut it out and they stitched it up, and it was green stitches. I'll never forget it. And then once it starts to be healed, and then you would have to go to the I don't know, the hospital to have them remove it. This is where I was living up north years ago. This was during the 80s. So they had to take it out. If I know that, all you do is they cut the top layer, where they stitch it around. You cut the tops, and you just pull it out. That's all you got to do. If I were, just like when I had my motorcycle accident there years ago, my femur and everything had to be redone. Rods, pins, this, that. I had a nasty, a lot of stitches. I don't know how many stitches I had in my arm and my side. And I'm thinking, I'm hoping these things are biodegradable, and I guess they are, so they're gone. But man, I don't know how many stitches I had on my femur, from my leg down to my knee, and in my arm. I probably had about, I want to say, at least over 100 stitches or more, at least more, 100 or more, and plus probably in the insides of my my leg, because they had to stitch that, and I have pins, rods, and screws. And I mean, you name it, I got it all. I got it all, man. I got metal, and it's crazy. I mean, it's nuts how I've survived all this stuff, and I just about broke almost every bone in my body, believe it or not. The only thing I didn't break is my neck. Thank you, Jesus, God. I don't want that, because the only thing I have is bad back, and starting to develop genitive disc disease or whatever a little bit. But you can't be stagnant. You got to keep going and moving. You just can't do that. You got to take care of yourself, eat good, and eat healthy, and stuff like that. But yeah, I try. I keep myself up. Make myself look good. I feel good. Depending on what kind of day it is, or there's something wrong. But anyways, this is what keeps me going right here, is radio. But there's days I'm in a bad mood, or I'm just depressed, or I get really depressed, deep in the dumps there. I don't even use the radio, or or whatever. Or even I go online, people ask me, where have you been? Are you okay? And I just tell them that this is what happened. I'll be off for a while. I got to go through this stuff I just told you about, for my, what I just went through, not the other thing, but the throat and my stomach and everything and all that to get done. And I was out and out for 3-4 days, and until I came back, I did a little short video or something, and then that was it. And here I am, But it's really concerning me is my throat, because I'm actually coughing a little bit, and then I get a little tickle. That's not right. And I've heard horror stories about people having that same thing, and then. It could be nothing, but it could be just from the cut, or it's healing. But it shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? It's just concerning. This is why I got to ask these idiots, what the deal is. They don't tell you nothing. They just give you the paper. Oh, this is what we found. This is what we cut. This is what we cut. What will be ripped out or whatever. Oh man, I wanted to knock. Oh man, he was lucky I was not with my right mind that day. I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they should just tell you what it is and be straightforward. It'll beat around the bush. It's just the nature of the doctor, I guess, is they, like they say, whether they care or not. But so far I've had good luck. My health, I don't eat as good as I should. That's the only thing. I don't drink alcohol. Very little, if any. So we're pretty good that way. But food-wise, we try to eat as good as we can, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. But my health-wise, I'm pretty good. I've got one tooth that's crown on the front tooth that's ready to come off, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Whether I get a screw put in and put another tooth in place. So we'll have to see. Hopefully they don't screw me around with that.
That's weird.
They like to make their money as much as they can in those dentists. But it's the filling of it around the bottom of the crown is starting to come apart. And I don't think they can do anything more with it without it. It's going to eventually snap off or come off. And they'll have to pull it out surgically. So it'll be I imagine it'll be quite the thing, and it won't be cheap. My insurance probably won't cover very little of it, so it'll be coming out of my pocket.
Yeah, roger that there. I hear you, absolutely. You know what's so funny? When you were talking, I heard that noise. It's like a digital noise, like you get on 36, but this was a totally different one. I hear a lot on shortwave. I think it has to do with like a radar sweep. It sweeps around. I read something about a radar that checks the airwaves for the airplanes or if you're near an airport or I don't know. I've heard it all my life since I've been a radio listener, operator / whatever. It goes like it makes like that like a farting noise. That was weird. I mean, I've never heard that in a long time on here. I hear it a lot on shortwave. It's like like that kind of a noise. And I don't know if you ever heard it before, but I just heard it when you were talking. I heard that sound. I'm like, oh man, now they got that noise back again.
Yeah, I usually hear that on the 10 meters as they go up and listen to different frequencies. You'll hear it on certain frequencies. It'll just keep playing that. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it must be some sort of communication between devices that they probably got it scrambled so nobody understands what's going on. But I'm not sure what it is.
I think it's a sweeping RF sweeper. That's what it is for air traffic or this is what I heard. I think what they do is they monitor the air. It's just I don't know. It's something to do for airports or something or something. They're doing it for something. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, all these mysterious noises, like on 36, you hear that digital RTTY signal in there all the time. They used to be on channel 35, used to have that noise. Now it's 36. And now we get that mysterious buzzing noise that goes on, up, and down. And I don't know if it's happening to you right now, but I heard it when you were talking. I was like, oh man, not this crap again.
012 mobile.
No, I haven't heard it on my end. Not since you started. I haven't heard it at all. You've been fading out on me a little bit, but most of the time, you're 95% of the time you've been in there. But no, I haven't heard it on my end.
Okay, yeah, roger that there. Yeah, it was weird though. I heard it on your signal, under your signal there. It didn't take you out. Like you can hear it underneath your signal. But I haven't heard that noise on here in years. I mean, I hear it on the short wave bands. You hear it quite a lot. I had my SDR on last night, and I was scanning through the bands, and you see it on the SDR. It's like a swivel line. It's like a straight line that goes up. It's like it almost looks like a barbershop pole, kind of a SDR look. Goes straight up, and it has the swirls all the way up around the whole signal. It's weird. It's like a pulse or something like that. I don't know, but I heard some of that last night on the shortwave.
You okay?
Joel, yeah, I'll have to watch for that on the DSR, SDR. Yeah, it's good. I'll have to do a little research on it myself, see what that is. But yeah, we've heard it. Just never really thought anything of it.
Yeah, roger that there. I think we had a QSK in there. Go ahead, QSK.
Yeah, 012 up here in New York. Whereabouts you guys at?
412 New York. Where you? Upstate New York? Yeah, I'm in Central Florida here, in Palm Bay, Florida here, on the southeast coast of Florida. Go, Roger.
CQ. This is number 9, Western New York.
Lake Ontario.
Okay, Roger, near the lake on. Okay, I got you on that Lake Ontario there. You said. Yeah, you're doing pretty good there. I got a buddy of mine out there. It's 551. He's in Ontario, Canada. There, I believe he's on there. He's in Ontario, Canada. Go ahead.
Roger, I can just barely hear him, but I can hear you much better. And I am actually pointing toward Toronto in my mobile. I'm in a Toyota truck. I just got done trout fishing. It's snowing and raining. I would come out here and point it towards Ontario, see what's out here.
Okay, yeah, Roger that. Well, enjoy your trout fishing there, and it's that radio net truck sounds great. Ain't nothing like some trout, man. Good eating fish, man. We have sea trout here, believe it or not. We had I used to go fishing with a friend of mine. He passed away, and yeah, we used to go fishing all the time, and we used to catch snook right on the shore, or surf casts, and then or we go on another shore or whatever, and then we catch sea trout or whatever. Believe it or not, there's some sea trout down here, and under a bridge or something. We used to go. There's one spot you catch them all the time, and it's like a bridge. It's like a channel, you know, and you go under the bridge. There's a parking spot. You could go under there and fish. But the only thing that's a pesky thing is those damn puffer fish. They get your line, and you got to take them damn things off, and those things are a pain in the butt. Them damn puffer fish. We got a lot of them over here.
USO, yeah, we don't have very many puffer fish up here in Lake Ontario, but we do have a good season. We had a good run of salmon, so it's pretty much done, and now we'll have steelhead and then brown trout coming in. So it's pretty good fishing up here, but like I said, today it was about, it's 35 degrees right now, sleeting and pretty crappy, so. But I was just scanning the band, this is about, maybe the 10th person I've talked to since I put the radio back in the truck. About 20 years ago I took it out, I haven't had it in there for a while. Running an ICOM 7000, so you're about the 10th contact I've made, everything works well. Sounds like it's working well, along with yours. You're about, I'd say about 5x7 sometimes. Conditions are pretty good though.
Yeah, Roger, on the ICOM IC7000. I love that radio. When I first came out, I loved that radio, and I hate that radio at the same time. No offense. I'm just saying. I had mine for not even 2 years, and I was talking to on a net. I think it was a 40-meter net, and all of a sudden, I got off, and then I went to another frequency. I started talking to somebody, one of my friends or something like that, in a different state or something, and all of a sudden, I saw magic smoke, and then poof, it made a sizzle noise, and I shut the thing off, And I read up, I opened it up, I looked at it. It was in the driver section of the board. It burnt from the board over, and it burnt the main board, the main CPU. I call ICOM America. I says, I got this IC7, the reg you're talking on now, IC7000. How much is it for another board and a board for the driver board, that little chip that goes on there, like a final or something? Oh, it's not even worth even doing. You got, it's about worth as the radio. I says, are you freaking kidding me? After I spent big dollars, 1,500, that was a lot for 2000 and what, 10 or 11, and I spent what, 1,500 bucks on that thing, and it lasted for not even 2 years. It was so beautiful. It's compact. I took it everywhere I went, and I loved the screen on it. It was nice. I plugged it in on a big screen, and it was a great talking radio, great receiver, but the thing would be an oven. It would be an oven. It just blew up right in front of my face. I couldn't believe it. I was so devastated. I mean, oh man. So what I did is I just, if I couldn't get another board, I says, well, I'll get some money back out of it. So I sold the removable face. I got like what, $300-400 for that, and other parts that were worth. I maybe made about 500 bucks out of that whole radio after I spent 15 on it. I mean, go figure. But I will never buy one of those again. But I wish I could get another one, but I don't want another one because I had that one problem. There's cures out there for that. I mean, I think it was in the earlier models, and then before they went out, that problem was cured. So it's too bad. That was the only hang up about that radio. I've heard people blow. Actually looked it up online. What caused it? It has to do with the heat sinking and the heating problem issue on the what the heck is it? The preamplifier board in that area, and it goes down into the final, and it's shorted all the way down to the bottom, right down to the CPU, and there's nothing I can do. So that was the story on that. But that radio sounds great, man. It sounds really good.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I got it out of the box again after it's been here. Sent it over to STARS over in St. Joseph, Michigan. He's one of the lifetime people that we say the phone to. Somebody else. So Matt over there at SAR Technology in St. Joseph is went through it. If it's working properly, it's a big fan, sit on it. It's like
Hold on.
Appreciate it. 7-3. Have a great day.
All right, man. Catch you later. 7-3. Yeah, I'm sorry I gave you the bad news. I had one of those. I loved that radio. I really did. I really loved that radio. Now it's like, this is, it just happens, I guess. The story goes. But I learned my lesson not to. You buy a radio that just came out, you got to give it a while, before they start running them more. I probably got the first line of them, and so that's what happens. But no, you must got one of the better ones, the later ones. But it sounds good, and they are awesome portable radios. I used to go on vacation. I took that radio with me everywhere I went. But anyway, 7-3 to you there, and you're sounding good. Happy fishing to you there. And if I don't hear from you, you have yourself a good Thanksgiving. I'm usually on channel 36 a lot. That's where I usually hang out. And so we'll say 7-3, my friend, and you take care up that way, up in New York there, upstate there, near Lake Ontario or whatever it is you said. Yeah, we'll catch you later, 7-3, and you have yourself a good one, and happy Thanksgiving. You got 209 here in Central Florida. In Palm Bay, Florida, you got Jay here, Julia Alpha Yankee. All right, 551, you still in there?
Good talking to you, bud. Appreciate the show as always.
All right, man. Well, we'll catch you later. Do the honeydew list. Do what you got to do there. Yeah, we're having our Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks. Believe it or not, you guys already had your Thanksgiving. I wished you a happy Thanksgiving. Now it's our turn. Yeah, you guys had yours already. But anyways, 7-3. And I gotta let the pooch out over here. The dog here, he's looking at me, making noises. He's probably got to go outside. But I'll catch you later. 7-3 there. 551, Ontario, Canada. 209 here in Central Florida. Standing by. We're on the side going on 36. We'll be right back. We gotta put this dog out. Stand by, stand by. He's just, all right. I gotta get some more coffee while I'm at it. There's the radio.
1444, Rochester, I'm talking away with that.
tons of DX into Go. It's all over the place.
Louisiana, go ahead.
Little John, over. Okay, 101 Little John. You take care of the network. I heard you 557 also.
Okay. All right. We still got a set of stuff to the side.
101 Little John here in the UK, over.
CQDX, CQDX. 209 Central Florida. 209 Central Florida. Calling CQDX. Standing by.
127. CQ, 429 Minnesota Mobile.
Yeah, how about a 429 Minnesota Mobile? Sounding good here and then the Central Florida.
Copy on the Central Florida. We have 429 Minnesota back to you.
Roger there, 429 Minnesota. Sounding real good. Your choice. There's a lot of stations in there, but you're coming in here loud and clear. Roger.
Roger, Matt. Loud and clear. Yep, you're making a good trip to the mobile. All right, you take care now.
Okay, roger that. If you're copying me, 73, see you there. But you take care, best of 73. And if I don't hear from you, happy Thanksgiving. 209 here, Central Florida. Don't wave.
Massachusetts, going on back. You're putting it out for Christmas, yeah? Sacramento, 999, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm about Massachusetts, or Boston, Massachusetts. 209 Central Florida.
West Coast, that's 209. Lone Star standing there, come on back.
Lone Star, Nashville. I hear you out there. Go ahead. You got 209 Central Florida waving.
Massachusetts, 537 Missouri, we're waving. You have a nice day. 999, Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, I hear that Boston, Massachusetts, or Massachusetts there station. I hear you out there, man. There's a lot of stations out there calling, and there's a lot of noise in here. But I heard Massachusetts in there. Hello there to you there. You got 209 in Central Florida. Here's your loud and clear. Plus or minus the noise here. Roger, roger.
Central Florida. You got Texas in there. Step 14 from Texas. Come on.
Yeah, 144, I think you said Texas. 144 Texas. Howdy there to you. You got 209 in the southeast coast of Florida waving.
Ontario, Canada, waving, standing by. All right, 999, there's a lot going on out here this morning. Anyway, 537 Missouri, waving. How about in Ontario? You got Texas in there. Step 14. Come on back.
CQDX, 209 here, Central Florida, calling and standing by.
Okay, 131,
Yeah, 031 Ontario, Canada. We hear you out there through the mess here, waving a hand there to you. We heard you call. Hope things are doing well up that way. You got 209 here in Central Florida, waving a hand.
CQ 101 Little John, World Radio 0975 Rhode Island, waving a hand.
Yeah, 101 Rhode Island, 101 Rhode Island, Little John. You got a copy on the 209 in Central Florida?
Okay, 9444.
I guess band conditions are changing here, I guess. I hear Little John out there in Rhode Island there, 209 in Central Florida, standing by. About that 549 Keystone, about 549 the Keystone State there, 209 Central Florida. Hello. about a 549 in the Keystone? How about the 549 in the Keystone State there? 209 here in Central Florida, call.
5700, I believe you were. Come on back, 666 Milwaukee. Central Florida.
Yeah, how about that 666, I think it was what'd you say, Milwaukee? How about that 666 in Milwaukee? 209 Central Florida, wave in hand.
There, Mark. You're doing a fantastic job this morning, blowing it along. Got a big video today. 209, you got a copy on 547
Yeah, 547. Yeah, we got a copy on you there, man. There's a lot of stations out here. It's hard to really pick and choose. And yeah, we got you there. Go ahead. You got 209 here, waving in.
Yeah, you're coming in loud and strong here, boy. Right over top of everybody.
Roger that. Roger that. We ain't doing no competition, I tell you that right now. But we're just out here having fun, getting some of that DX out there, Roger.
Just that's what I'm doing. Just relaxing. I had a knee replaced, so not doing able to do too much.
Yeah, Roger on that there. Yeah, I heard that. I did. Yeah, that's got to be rough and tough there with the knees there getting operated on. I can hear you there. That's got to be really a pain in the neck. But I hear you loud and clear on that one.
You have yourself a good Sunday. You and your family. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Talking to you. I heard you out there shouting, and I thought, well, I'll see if I can get back to him here.
All right, Roger that. Well, I'm usually on 36, on channel 36 a lot. I just got out of there. It was just so crammed in there, like a sardine can. So I decided to drop it down one here. So it's just as bad as 36. Unbelievable. All right, man. Catch you later. Sounded good there. If I don't hear from you, or usually I'm on 36. If I don't hear from you, you have yourself a good Thanksgiving and all that good stuff. And don't eat too much. All right, there, 547. Take care. Have yourself going. 209 Central Florida will be on the side.
10-4, 209 Florida, 209 Florida. Charlie Kilo, 1775 Illinois, waving a hand.
Hey, 177 there, Illinois. 177. I got a good copy on you there. Go ahead. 209 Central Florida.
Mr. 209, you got a hell of a signal up here this morning. I got you 9 plus 10 dB on my receive at the moment. You got a copy on.
Hey, Roger on that there, on the S units there. I appreciate the comeback on that there. Yeah, well, we're trying. We're doing the best we can of what we got. So yeah, it's a real busy day, rough and tough, and out here today on the band here today. Wow, there's a lot of DX out there.
Oh yes, sir, you got that right. It's been it's like Mother Nature spread those legs wide open as soon as the sun come up this morning. Charlie Kilo, 1775 Illinois is going to wave a hand at you. 73s and happy hunting out there, sir.
Roger, back same back at you there to you there, sir. And like I said to everybody else, I'm usually on 36, but I got out of there. It's just so crowded. And I don't hear from you. You have yourself a good Thanksgiving, and don't eat too much of that bird there. It might get the best of us, or best of you, or me, or anybody else, depending on what you're having. But catch you later. Sounded good. 73209 Central Florida off the key.
What about it? 209. You got a copy 587 here in the Pocono Mountains in northeast Pennsylvania. 587. Calling, stand by.
Yeah, 587 Pennsylvania. We got a copy on you there. 209 here in Central Florida, waving.
The most obnoxious transceivers out there, ladies and gentlemen. Copy on 427 Lansing, Illinois. You're up in a strawberry patch. Modulation is crystal clear. Over.
Yeah, that Pennsylvania station. I heard you in there. I guess everybody wiped everybody else out there. I'll just say hello there to you. You just made it down here, and just figured to acknowledge your call there. 209 here in Central Florida. We're on the side. We're kicking it on out of here.
What about it? 209. You got a copy on 427 Lansing, Illinois. Later.
Yeah, 429 Illinois. 429. Yeah, we do got a copy on you there.
That's 427 Lansing, Illinois.
Oh, 427. I'm sorry, 427. Yeah, it's just so much, a lot of noise. It's overwhelming. But yeah, we got you that time there, Roger.
sounding good up here in Lansing, Illinois. See if my little baby radio would make it down there to you.
Oh, it's doing a hell of a job. You sound crystal clear, loud and proud, and all that good stuff there.
Roger that. All right, I'm going to be back on the side. 427. Stand by.
Roger, 427. Catch you later, 7-3. I'm going to be on the side here and get some of this coffee going. Let's see. 209, Central Florida. Operator J on the side.
About a 209 Central Florida. About a 209 Chicago 2627.
Yeah, Chicago 6, I think he says 627 or 66 or something like that there. You're going to have to excuse me there. There's a lot of stations out there. We hear you there, man. We hear you. You got 209 in Central Florida, Waving.
Roger there, Central Florida. Yeah, 2627 Chicago. You and I have talked before. Haven't heard you for a little while, but you got Juliet Oscar, Hotel Nancy, John up on this end. Go ahead and grab that coffee, buddy.
Hey, roger that there, John. It's been a while I've heard you out there, man. That's been a while there. Good to hear you out there, man. Usually, like I say to everybody, I usually am on 36, and I dropped it down here. It was even worse here than it was on 36. Yeah, it's good to hear you out there.
I appreciate it. I want to say your first name, was the first name Jay? Is that right?
That's a Roger. Julia Alpha Yankee.
Gotcha. Okay, so I did remember that. Okay. Hey, go grab that coffee, buddy. I might do the same here. We'll do it again, Jay. 73s.
Roger that, man. Thanks for the comeback. Good to hook up back with you again. We'll talk again. That's for sure. Roger.
Roger, Jay. Have a good one. 73s.
7-3.
How about that Central Washington? You got a copy on the 547 Illinois?
442 Central Iowa. Sounding good over here in Rhode Island. 125.
Yeah, Washington, I didn't catch your numbers there. You got the 547 here in Champaign, Illinois. You got Bob on this end.
Radio, man. It don't sound right. 721 out there in Washington. Check your radio, sir.
All right, guys. We're like 2 minutes in, and I appreciate y'all dropping by. I think I'm going to call this a 73 for now. I need a break. Give my voice a break, actually. And yeah, this was fun. A lot of fun doing this. A lot of fun. So anybody that dropped by, I appreciate y'all dropping in. And please like and subscribe. And there's more to come. I'm just trying to get more back at it again here from all this other bull crap going on in my life, of course. But we're managing. Catch y'all on the next one, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I love the comments. Take care, guys. Later.